Yo, it's been a while. With new days and new years comes new games and new tiers. Today's new ball-crushing machine is Avowed, another snore fest of a game by the ever-eepy Obsidian developers. If you haven't heard of Avowed, no one can blame you. Its story is mid, its gameplay is lacking, and its characters are gay. It's a boring-ass game, made by boring-ass developers. It's so boring that they don't even make mods for it. When's the last time you fucking seen a game where someone hasn't modded it? Like, what? That's crazy. Now, let this boring-ass YouTuber take this boring-ass game and make your night even less enjoyable. Rules for this challenge are fist only. No weapons, books, shields, or other bullshit can be equipped in the left or right hand. Only fists. No activating companion abilities. Fuck them. Auto-activate companion abilities is off. Since we can't get rid of these douchebags, we can at least make them slightly more useless, which is surprising because they are already very useless. No leveling companions. They cannot have any of their abilities leveled up, not even their passive abilities. They must remain at level 1. Fuck them. Incoming attack warnings is turned off. This just adds a little bit of weight to my already crushed balls. Dodge aligned to target is also turned off. All this does is automatically adjust my position to face the enemy when dodging. The game must be played on the hardest difficulty, Path of the Damned. I'll allow the use of throwables, the bombs, fireballs, electric balls, ice balls, all that stupid shit. I'll allow the use of those outside of combat. Finally, I'll allow the usage of godlike abilities, like Divine Thorn, Dream Touch, and Scion of Vengeance. Besides Divine Thorn, the others are used for healing, which will help a lot early game. With these rules established, we start this tale of skipped cutscenes and mediocre character customization. We pick the war hero background and dump the attribute points into Might, Constitution, Dex, and Resolve. With the power invested in me, I declare ye to be known henceforth as Handjob Joe. And who wrote this? With Path of the Damned selected and confirm buttons slammed, I quickly skip the exposition cutscene, think of slurs to call this blue creature, and loot nearby corpses. After a staggering 60 seconds of gameplay, the challenge is immediately failed. Thanks to these rickety boards, I can't progress through the rest of this tutorial. So with no option but to use a weapon to destroy these planks, I grab a spear and accept this first failure of this stupid fucking run. A few seconds later, we encounter our first combat scenario, and beat these lizards to death with a hail of uppercuts and jabs. Hands so deadly, not even this tiny creature could withstand a single punch. After entering this dilapidated building, I loot a key from a corpse and find some fucking armor behind this locked door. Damn it! With drip equipped, I enter the secret hideaway and throw hands with a clicker, and am rewarded with Vam braces. With these basic armaments, I move on to the second encounter. I lay the wombo combo pipe on this Zorup guard, and abuse these little Zorups with a gleeful smile on my face. Afterwards, we enter another building and are handed another L with more boards in my face. Although these boards only impede me helping some chick in this cell, so it's not a main progress failure. However, right by this failure is our path forward, blocked by burnable vines. The only way to burn these vines is with magic or with these plant balls. Since magic isn't real, and there's an invisible wall that prevents me from grabbing the balls, leaves me with one option: to accept failure for the second time and use a bow to shoot the balls down onto the vines. With my second L stashed in my L drawer, I level up and pick the warrior tree, where I get the charger skill. With new skills comes new ways to kill, and oh do I. Here's a little quiz for you guys. You fucking numbskulls. Which enemies make up 70% of this game? A. Humans, B. Skeletons, C. Mushrooms, or D. Zarips? If you guessed A, B, or D, you are one of the lucky 75% who are a genius. These three enemies are in every part of the game. That wouldn't be too bad if they were fucking changed every once in a while. They're the exact same every time. Like, just straight up every time. It's just the exact same enemy. I can't tell if this is lazy or just no, yeah, it just has to be lazy, I guess. The game itself isn't a big game. None of the maps are massive compared to, I guess, some, but overall none of the maps are massive maps. And the game's not very long either. The only thing I could think of is either a time crunch or just laziness. And I'm leaning more towards laziness. I can't really imagine that this game was on a fucking time crunch. Who the hell wanted this? Anyways, we jump down into some waters and head into our first boss fight. Oh no, it's the protagonist of Star Wars Outlaw, Kay Vest. After Kay takes out her anger on me because her game fucking sucks, I thoroughly whoop her ass with pristine boxing moves only a couch athlete like me can achieve. Finally reaching the ship to escape Tutorial Island, Garrick and Eeyore decide now's the perfect time to yap about jack shit. Now that we've reached Paradis, I try everything in my power to avoid recruiting Kai. Unfortunately, invisible walls litter this dock to prevent me from leaving. I reluctantly accept his help. Lucky for him, he's voiced by Garrus from the Mass Effect trilogy.
You need to find the ambassador, and I need to find the claviger. How's about we partner up?
Unlucky for him, he's a gay douche, and all he talks about is his gay dead boyfriend. With our mission to save the ambassador and claviger accepted, and our new companion Kai following us, we immediately climb to the top of this lighthouse and relive a slice of YouTube history.
Okay, so first things first, we must gay Tony off of the mountain, and more than likely it's gonna screw up. Okay, here we go. Alright, you guys ready? You guys ready? Is everyone ready? Oh god! Here goes! Ah!
Afterwards, I found the home of some Zarups and evict those little bastards post-haste. I also find a friendly Zarup named Tazarak. With this friendly creature encountered, who shows no signs of aggression or hostility towards me, I do as I was trained, and beat his ass.
Nice.
And would you look at that, he had drugs on him. Oh, and it also appears he has a note that says, "For selling." Hey, that's all the proof I need. While looking for the local police department, I find some dirtbags robbing the dirt. With these dirtbaggers beaten senseless, I bag the dirt and take a nap. A bear raids my camp looking for snacks, but only finds these hands. Afterwards, I run to a shanty town near the city. While here, I talk to some schmoes and get a gay-ass quest to collect lame-ass things for some buttfuckers I'll never see again. Pendants collected and level 3 achieved. I put my level into the evasive skill, which gives me stamina reduction for dodging. I use this stamina reduction and dodging to dodge past all this stupid shit in this fucking game and focus on the main stuff, mostly. After a bit of running around, I stumble upon the Pilgrim's Path and enter the Eothusi Cave. With a bit more exploring, I run into Cademan, give him a potion and tell him to fuck off. I run straight past Argumus and delve further in the cave in hopes of booty. Instead of discovering bountiful booty butt treasure in this cave, I find a splinter of Eothas, which unleashes a curse of lame-ass skeletons. This dumb shit happens at least once per chapter, where there's a huge wave of enemies that just keep fucking spawning. I fucking hate this. It's not like a normal wave of enemies where you kill all the ones that are spawned in, and then, you get a couple seconds of a break and then more spawn in. Nope. This wave system is different. Let's say the first wave contains 4 enemies. When you kill 3 of them, the next wave starts and spawns in 4 more enemies. See the problem? This by itself isn't horrible, but here's where it gets gay. Sometimes, if the first wave is 4 enemies, killing 1 will start the next wave. Or if there's a boss, killing the side enemies does nothing, and instead lowering the boss's health to a certain percentage will instead start the next wave. This isn't even the best part. The best part are these 2 cocksuckers. The healer can come in and completely out-heal all the damage you've dealt, including the bosses, which is exhausting to deal with. But then you also get the summoner. This fucking asshole summons 4 additional enemies that can also be healed by the healer. So imagine this. Wave 1, 2 archers, 1 shield fuck, and 1 normal striker. Kill 2 enemies at random, and then the next wave starts with 2 archers, 2 strikers with 1 healer and 1 summoner, who summons 4 enemies. All of a sudden it went from a 1v4 to a 1v12. That's fucking retarded. Maybe if the combat was better, maybe it wouldn't be so tedious and annoying. But with the basic boring combat, goofy enemy dodging invincibility bullshit, the ridiculous stun kicks, the unnecessary amount of enemies, all combined to make another Obsidian snoozer. Anyways, enough rambling. After slop fight number 1, we go back to Sargamus, who wants my help reviving his god. I try to help him, but the experiment fails. After 1 single failed attempt, he kills himself. I find a cool sword on his body, and I leave to go sell it. As I leave the cave, I'm chased by some bears and trip and fall to my death. After some screaming, lying,
Plans to look for my soul twin. Once I got here, I learned it might be a Zorib. I think the Zorib might be dead. So it was.
fighting, ralgaing, I decide to pick a fight with a group of thieves who are much higher level than me. But this time, I had a plan. A simple hit and run tactic. Go in, kill one little bastard, and get out. Simple and clean. Precise even. Rinse and repeat until only the boss is left. 2 bodegas down and 1 bandit bum left. But this furry bastard eats hits like my dog eats burgers. Kai, for the first and only time, actually does something useful and distracts Octave while I take out the Bowbuster. But because this game is awesome, it spawns in 3 more enemies. Another hit and run, this guy has a heart attack for some reason, a stupid death, and 10 minutes more of hit and run tactics. Finally, we start the 1v1 with Octave. Octave gets dick down. With side shit settled, I head to the Stringle route to meet up with Hilgard and the Claviger. The Claviger is fucking dead. Rip Bozo. And Hilgard is stunned by the hands thrown in his face. With a couple wombo combos thrown on this bear's face, I talk to Hilgard and tell him I can talk to rocks. He thinks this is weird and cringe. After heading out of the cave, I move towards the town and end up running into a cringe-lord femcel and her twink simp. After hearing her daredevil dog quote,
"I'm your death, swift and subtle, like a blade in the dark."
I think things could only end up like this. After entering the city, I die immediately, but it's alright because I lived. After some more screaming, gaslighting, and dying, I head over to the bar and meet Marcus and recruit him to my lobotomized party. After some more goofing off, the three of us head over to my crime scene. Marcus points us to the top of the tower. We head up there, find some poison, and head to the local gang territory to ask an apothecary if he can recognize the smell. Before we can talk to him, I run into the Clam Fam, a group of smelly fish fucks. After some excellent back and forth banter,
Or what? You'll die on me?
Have to admit, that's a good one.
I killed them. With the Clam Fam dealt with, I talk with the apothecary, and he gives me 2 leads, the Claviger's estate and the Temple of Andra, who cares, some fucking temple. I enter the Claviger's estate and find more clues that point me to the fuck-ass temple. I move to the temple, kill everyone, and meet the rebel who killed me. I let him go.
You mean it?
And tell him he's alright for a white boy. Now I have to report to my dad that I let a convicted murderer go free. He seems mildly disappointed.
You what?
But halfway through our conversation, we get jump scared by Ludwin. I ask if I can have her mask.
You can't.
She gives me a bullshit answer and then leaves. On my way to Chapter 2, I run into an elf twink who said the word behoove, unironically.
It behooves us to be discreet.
Finally, I head down the Emerald Stairs. For the first part of Chapter 2, I will read to you what happened word for word in the first session of my notes. I walked for 5 seconds before being attacked by mushrooms. Met Yatsley.
Oh, fantastic.
Something about a vase.
The vase in the ruins.
She says something about my gross body.
You're tall, striking, and well-toned.
I try to rizz her up.
Do they really?
Found out she's a hoe.
I already have a lover.
Climbed a tower. Grabbed dumbass vase. Gave her dumbass the dumbass vase.
Andra's titties, you found it!
Chilled in camp.
Envoy?
Opened door and Marcus stared at me. Not shit else happened. After a couple more hours of nothing happening, I enter the city and meet Captain Alfir.
The Emperor's envoy.
Anyways, I encounter the governor and Giada, arguing. I talk to Giada and ask her why I should care.
Listen to us babble.
She tells me to go do some side quests to reveal the answer. Instead, I explore the city and accidentally find Yatsley's house, where I break her dumbass vase and leave.
But is it...
Great!
Moving on, after some exploring, I end up in the Rebel Cave hideout, who've been stealing food from the locals they say they have been trying to protect. I confront the evil lesbian leaders and distribute justice. With side shit dealt with a second time, I go talk to Giada, and she sends me to the basement to fetch a stick. After she trauma dumps on my chest,
All that's really down there is an unhappy memory.
I tell her how I feel, and head over to some musty ruins and fight some Dark Souls mushrooms that was guarding some rocks that I needed to talk to. Me and Sugandese have a riveting conversation.
Ew!
But it is then interrupted by Monkey in the bathroom.
There's a monkey in my bathroom. Please get that bitch a banana.
Wake up to the unblinking stares of Shark Boy and Girl Girl. As we head outside, we see our beloved town of quirky characters has been set ablaze. Thank God. I head to the refugee camp, and unfortunately, some of these quirky characters survive the fire. After running into Yatsley and her husband,
What has gotten into you?
she says she'll join our mission later.
Meet me in third one, alright?
Before we can recruit our local furry, we must head to Shatterscarp. But this ginger decides to stand in front of me and block my path with forced dialogue. Unfortunately for her, the game gives me the option to kill her. With my decision made, I keep on to Shatterscarp. Now with this weird fish species like Kai and his gross fucking species kin, wouldn't you assume they would live somewhere moist since they're like their whole thing is like their navy and like their fish? Why the fuck are they living in a... Well, for whatever reason, these fish folk live in the driest part of the island. I might not be a game creator, but I am a creator of basic observations. And by my observations, this game is dumb. With observations made and zombies killed, I feel a yearning for the mines. So, I take this elevator up, and...
On the way, son! Door stuck! Door stuck!
Honestly, I'm not really sure what to say about this other than it being really goofy. With these worthless mines explored, I head back to the entrance so I can start an actual quest. But before I make it, a soldier interrupts me and tells me he wants to blow up the mines to prevent war.
We have one chance to avert war with Thirdborn.
Now, the only reason I bring up this side quest is because for the hours I've been stuck with these douchebag followers, this is the first line any of them have said that I've liked.
Envoy, this man is an idiot.
It's almost like Garrus is here with me in this very moment. Exploring, falling, killing, and some goofy animations later, I head to Thirdborn, kill some zombies, and meet up with Timu and Yatsley. We talk about nothing, and then go to the bar where Yatsley tells me about a shizard named Ringgrim. Yatsley joins the party just so she can meet her. With Yahtzee and Fardius in hand, we go into, quote, Ringgrim's icy butthole. We reach the top of the tower, fight another horde of skeletons, and I fail to rizz up the local goth wizard.
Don't take this the wrong way, but in a different life, I'd have flayed you for my study.
She sends me to some ruined temple, where I will face challenges unlike any before. These challenges consist of the following: fighting, running, jumping, and fighting. With trials complete, I head to the center of the temple, where I have another vague and worthless conversation with Sugandese.
You heard us in the roots.
After leaving the temple, I run into Ringgrim and Ludwin. They want me to choose between destroying some ruins that could give people time to escape or fucking prepare to fight or anything. It could give them time for anything, basically. Or we go with Ringgrim's option, which is do some magic that will destroy the thing that's creating the zombies, but in doing so will also kill hundreds of people in the area. Also looked back at it and it seems like it's not gonna stop the thing that creates the zombies entirely, just maybe either stop or slow down the zombies that are here, or maybe stop creating the ones that are in this area, but there's other ones like all over the place on this island. It's not just here. This decision overall is pretty fucking stupid. First is because it both ends with people I don't care about dying. Second, I explored this whole area. There are not hundreds of people living here. There's probably not even 100 people here. So, based off what Ringgren said, and based off of my calculations, her decision would probably kill everyone in this area. In hindsight, I probably should have picked the kill them all option because I don't give a shit about them. But that's not what Handjob Joe would do. We tell Yardsley and Ringgrim to go fuck themselves, and we destroy the temple. Afterwards, we head to Galawain's Tusk. While here, I run straight for the Godless Tower to try and find a path to the garden. With no path in sight, I feel another yearning for the mines. Flint and steel. A long battle against a steel garrote ensues until I reach the top of the mines. Which accidentally continues the story. After some shit talking,
prepare yourself for the beyond.
I throw down with Ludwin and crush her skull with my ass cheeks. I talk with Yapadel, who tells me she was responsible for the zombie virus. I grow increasingly more bored with the story and decide to do a side quest to increase my level. I go after a bounty of ogres named Krusta and Busta, along with their skeleton horde. This would usually be the part where I show a montage of punches and kills, but this fight took fucking forever, so I'll show a montage of sips from my drink. Hey, you wanna play a little game? Take a sip of water every time I take a sip of my drink in this montage.
Good.
With sufficient time wasted, I head to the dwarven hole they call home, and enter the flame Antioch's lava tube. I speak to a chill-ass rock named Nandrew, who told me to kill that bitch Shapadal. Shit, I didn't know you were cold like that. With a mission I lovingly accept, I keep it pushing until I run into a little dude named Costa. He wants me to help destroy the dwarven hellhole they call home, so he and his people can live somewhere that's not an inhospitable ratlands. Very understandable. I destroy those cogs for the hell of it. Afterwards, I then enter the garden, die, yap with Giada, yap with Bodica, yap with Marius, die again, yap with Kai, yap with Yapli, then die again. Finally, we reach Sapadal's prison and have a big fight with the guards. I unlock Sapadal's cell, tell her to kill herself, then Mog on her. I gain the power to... I talk with the leaders of the land and tell them I'm going to side with Ludwin.
You can't be serious.
Who is now alive for some reason, and also here with the steel garrote trying to take over everything. I don't fucking know. I betray my companions and everyone here except for this guy who seems cool with it for some reason.
And here I thought I had you pegged, Doctor. You surprised me.
My companions wish to speak to me one final time, but instead I ignore this party of losers. I unfortunately could not kill them, At least I don't know how to. I wish I could. If there's a way, somebody else do it. I'm not going back and doing it. This game sucks. Anyways, I go now and kill everyone that I've unfortunately helped in the past. And this cool-ass ogre decides to help me fight through. He fucking beats these chumps up like they're not shit. And he put in far more work than any one of these companions have ever done in their entire lives. I also test out this new power Wodica gave me, and continue the slaughter. I find Ludwin waiting for me. I rage bait her until she attacks me.
You will go no further. You're testing my patience, envoy. You're done.
I whoop her ass 4 times until she finally gets the message and fucking dies.
Send me your aid. Again, Wodica, help me. One last time. Don't abandon me now.
And with 10 minutes of exposition, legitimately 10 minutes of exposition, the game finally ends, and so does this challenge. While this final fight plays out in its probably 10 times speed, let me tell you some gripes I have with this game. First, the gameplay is lacking. Or in better words, it sucks. I'm kinda kidding. It's not terrible, but it gets repetitive very quickly. I actually played the game normally before doing this run, and I tried out all types of weapons this game has, and it's just not that fun. It is very basic, and that's a problem with first-person games. They can't really offer much in terms of complexity or nuance. I'll cut the bullshit. They can't really offer much in substance. Take, for instance, a game like Sifu, one of my all-time top 10 games. And if that game was in first person, I guarantee it would be awful. Or at the very least, nowhere near as good as it is now. First person games just don't have the animations or the quality that a third person game does, gameplay wise. Which that matters in a fucking game. Putting a game like Sifu in first person wouldn't be neat, it wouldn't be fluid, flashy, or immersive at all. It would probably end up being grindy, stiff, and repetitive. Sounds like a certain game we know, doesn't it? Doesn't it? If I'm being honest, that's just kinda how I feel about 90% of first-person games. They are all just severely limited in at least melee gameplay. Story-wise, I didn't care. Characters, I disliked most of them, to be honest. Overall, I think I'd probably give this game a 1 out of 10. I really didn't care for it. It was very boring. Even with the challenge, it never really became more than a slog. I'll probably never play this game again, too. And I'll for damn sure never be making another video on this game, either. Anyways, that's about it. Thanks for watching, I guess.